But now that I have that freedom and that luxury of, having that bit of extra time to actually sit down and process things and think about things and think about how I'm going to move forward in regards to what just happened, I'm going to take it, right? Because I have the luxury of doing that. Okay, so today I'm going to be speaking about low points and how I personally deal with them. So I'm definitely in a low point right now. It's 2:14 p.m. and I'm just kind of starting my day. Um, I am sick, so I am needing to sleep more, but definitely not this much. The reason why I'm in a low point, I guess we'll address that first, is just girl problems. You guys know how it is. I was seeing a girl for a while and it was going good, but then just slowly you start seeing things and things start happening and you just realize, oh, it's not the one. And that's always like a disappointing feeling. I mean, I know I'm young, I'm only 22 and I have time to find that person, but I just am so set on that. I think a lot of people my age aren't as worried about finding someone to spend like their life with now because we're so young, and that's fair. Like, if that's not for you, that's totally cool, but I'm just at a point where like I'm ready to take that on, if that makes sense. And that's, might also be a reason why it's difficult, because a lot of people my age, a lot of girls my age might not be ready for that, or at least the ones that I'm interested in. There's so many different factors that come into play. But yeah, so I thought this would be a good video to do because I'm kind of going through it right now. It's something I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. And we can discuss ideas in the comments of like how we deal with it. But me personally, when I'm in a low point like this, luckily I'm in a position now where I can actually, now that I work for myself, I don't have a job anymore, and I've had a pretty good month already financially, I'm at a point where I'm like, I can take a couple days just to breathe, and to like just feel that, just go through the motions. Like, it's okay to do that. Last year, when I was like working ridiculously hard, I had like 2-3 jobs, I wasn't able to do that, right? Because I just financially, I couldn't afford to take time off, and in a way that's fine too, because you keep busy and you can just kind of work through it, and that's okay. Like, go to work and like work through your problems at the same time. But now that I have that freedom and that luxury of, having that bit of extra time to actually sit down and process things and think about things and think about how I'm going to move forward in regards to what just happened, I'm going to take it, right? Because I have the luxury of doing that. So a couple different things I like to do when I'm kind of at these low points. One is definitely to focus on the small tasks. So like yesterday, I focused on getting my laundry done, cleaning the house a little bit. I planned a new like weekly schedule because I mean, I love my weekly schedule, but I just wanted to start gymming at night instead of in the morning, which I do now, 11 a.m. normally, or 10 a.m. So I've actually changed that for this week, although I did wake up late today. So some of the morning stuff, hopefully I can catch up on before I have to go to the gym tonight. But now I've changed it to gymming at 8 p.m., which I think is going to be cool. The reason for that is just because I hear a lot of people saying it's, you can get a better lift in once you're like carved up and you have a couple meals in you. And I was always lifting like first thing in the morning where I just had maybe like a protein bar or like a bar, and that was it. So I'm keen to see like what'll happen now that I'm gymming at night. Gonna see if the schedule works for me, and then maybe I can talk about that too, like the schedule change and if I feel like it was worth it or not. Like I said, like I'm just trying this out, so it's not set in stone. I might change it to like gymming in the morning again, but I'm excited to see how that goes. So that's one thing I focus on too, is just like planning and strategizing, moving forward, things like that. Ugh, my nose is really annoying me, sorry. Another thing is just to really focus on being grateful. So that's the last video I spoke about that a lot, but when something upsetting or bad happens to us, it's easy to just like fall into that trap and just only think about that and just get stuck on like those negative feelings, which I think it is fine to feel those, but at the same time, you should be working to ensure that you are able to get back to a normal, good baseline feeling of happiness or contentment, right? So one way I do that is to just kind of practice gratitude, look around and think about what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I have the time to actually, feel those feelings this year because I'm, more stable financially. I'm grateful that I have my own apartment, and that I'm able to just, chill out in my own space and go through the motions. I'm grateful for this new schedule change that's going to be awesome to try. I'm grateful for how hard I'm going in the gym. Grateful for all the business that I've gotten so far this month. I'm starting to look at some cars because I want to get a car soon, and better apartments. I kind of set a little bit of an income goal for the end of the year. So hopefully I can get like a nice apartment plus like the car that I want by the end of the year. So that's exciting too, it's like all good things. So yeah, just things like that. Just when you put some focus on that as well, it kind of takes away from the negative feelings that you're feeling in this low point. So yeah, I like to do that too. But it is fine to feel the feelings. I've also been playing some Fortnite with friends. I really enjoy Fortnite. That's my game. So we've been doing that, and that's been fun too, just take my mind off it. Going for some walks helps as well. Yeah, just things like that. But I do really need to get my sleep schedule back on track. That's kind of when I know I'm in a low point. When I wake up, I look at my Alexa, my alarm clock. I look at the time, and I'm like, I do it again. I'm like, do it again. I'm like, just like this game in the morning of like looking at it, being like, I already missed the time I was supposed to get up. I just go back to sleep. Then I'm like, it's already so late. I just go back to sleep. It's like, but that's when I just like very little motivation to get up and do anything. But I do have lots to do today, so it's 2 p.m. But I'm gonna get cracking, and we're gonna get after it. Give me a second to blow my nose. And it is nice. I'm at the point where now, like I said, I'm more comfortable and stable, so I can put a bit more focus this year on trying to find the girl that I want to be with, or find a girl that I want to be with. But at the same time, it's like difficult because every time it's just like it doesn't work out, and it's upsetting, man. It really is. And then it takes away my focus and my drive from my work. And then I'm like, should I just like not try at all with girls and just focus on my work? And it's like, I don't know. It's pros and cons of both, I guess. But yeah, over the last couple of years, I've just become a real like man's man. I just want to be able to like provide for a woman and be that type of guy that can do that, which means financially I'm okay, but I do need to improve on that for sure. I'm still 22, so it's fine, I got time. But I don't know, do I just do that now and then try and find the girl? Or do I... Because it's like, if I do that, then it's like, that's cool. Then I'll be at a really good point financially, but then girls might just want me for my money instead of like for me. So is it really going to be easier to find like the right person? Because I'm looking for the right person. I'm not doing this just to be one of those guys who has a lot of money so that he can like have access to like whatever girl he wants. Like, cool, if you want to do that, that's fine. But me, I'm just looking for like the one. Like, I'm just looking for the one person. So I'm not doing it for that reason, so I can have like multiple girlfriends, or so I can just have access to multiple girls. It's just so I can find the one. But then it's like, is that really gonna matter to like the girl that I'm supposed to be with? Like, if I have way more money when I meet her, or if I meet her now, like, so should I be trying to find her now? But then that's taking away from the business side of things. But is it really taking away from the business side of things? Or like, is it fine? Like, can I still do it? Can I still look for a girl in moderation while still building my business up? I don't know. It's just confusing. But I don't know. I think right now I'm gonna still try a little bit, you know, be open to the idea of finding that woman, that girl, while still working really hard. And then I'll see how I feel in a couple months, or see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of the low point I'm in right now. Yeah, it just sucks, man. It just sucks. Like, when things are going super well, and then, I don't know, you guys know how it is. But that's alright. It ended alright, and I feel fine about it. It was for the best. I don't know, I get these like feelings with girls now where it's like, I don't know, maybe this is just some movie shit. Like, maybe I'm just like crazy, bro. But these feelings where it's like, after, like, it just gets to a point where I'm like, oh, she's not the one, you know? And I feel like if it's the right girl, like, I won't feel like that, you know? Especially so early on. I won't feel like, oh, nah, this is not the one. Like, this early on, which I felt with the last couple girls. So, I want that feeling, bro. Like, I want to have that feeling of like, yes, like, this is the one. This is so solid. I'm so excited about this. And obviously for that to be reciprocated. And I don't want to settle for less. I just don't want to settle for less than that, I guess, because I don't want to get divorced. I hate divorce. And like, I'm sure most of you watching this know a lot of your parents are probably divorced. Maybe you're divorced. It's just horrible. It's a horrible thing to go through, and I think it's also really horrible on children when they don't get to grow up, like, seeing seeing their parents being loving to each other. I saw this video of this baby the other day, and the caption was something like, he was watching his parents like laugh and like just play together, like have a good time together, like whatever, while they were cooking or something. And he was like, this baby was like looking at them, and he just started like smiling like super big. And they said, like, imagine what happens when they see you fight or something. And I don't know, different ages for that, they can remember, they can't remember. But I think, not trying to focus on the negative, trying to focus on the positive side of things. I think when a baby or when a child does see a really good relationship, and they see their parents coexisting and interacting in a really healthy, positive, happy way, I think that is huge for that child's perception of relationships, and the type of relationship that they will be in the future. So I want to be able to provide that for my kids, because I didn't have that. I love my parents so much, and they're amazing. I'm not trying to take anything away from them at all in the slightest. But I didn't grow up seeing them like being loving or happy, because I think by that point they're already like, they got divorced when I was like 7 or 8, and by the time I was conscious of that, they were already like, you know, certain they were going to get divorced, so they weren't like loving to each other. And I don't know if that messed me up in any way, but it might have. So I just want to make sure that like I can provide a really stable household for my children, and I think that's why I am so picky when it comes to like who I want to be with, because I don't want to get divorced, dude. And it's like, if I'm feeling like this now about these girls, then that's really not a good sign, you know? So yeah. And some people tell me to like be less picky about it, or like I'm too picky and like I'm not gonna be able to find her. And you know, there's truth in that side of the argument for sure. Like, I can't be picky to the point where it's unreasonable, or like obviously no one's perfect, and there's gonna be flaws, and there's gonna be things that like are not great about every single person that I interact with, or every single girl that I'm with. But I don't know, there has to be like a baseline of like things, you know? And I don't know, I don't feel like I'm crazy for saying that. I don't feel like it's too much to ask, you know? I feel like it's fair. Also because I'm doing the same, like I'm trying to get myself into the best physical shape, financial shape, mental shape, to be able to have and provide the best life I can to my wife and kids. So it's like, why would I not expect the same from you? Like, why would I not want to be with someone of high value if I'm doing, like, if I'm putting so many years into developing myself so I can be high value, you know? Like, that's what I deserve. If I'm doing that, that's the type of person I deserve. That's just straight up. So, yeah, I hear what people are saying around me, my friends and family, like, I can't be too picky. But at the same time, it's like, there needs to be, you know, there needs to be a certain number of things that are in check and in place, and just that check out in the beginning. But anyway, I'm kind of ranting off just on my personal love life now. Dealing with low points. I kind of said everything I want to say about that, I guess. Like the gratitude, focusing on small tasks, and planning for the future and scheduling things in. That's pretty much it. And then, yeah, this week I'm just really going to focus on getting back on schedule in terms of my sleep and my work. I only missed like one video last week, one piece of content that I didn't film on Friday, which is okay because I was like a week ahead of the schedule anyway, so I don't have to catch it up. I can just do it this Friday when the next one's scheduled in, and push that one back. So it should be okay. But yeah, got a ton of mixing work to do. I'm probably gonna get a bunch more coming in here too with a couple albums. So a couple more albums, I should say. So I really gotta get to work, bro. And I will. And you know, these phases are fine. Like, I'm blessed to be in this position. I'm blessed to be able to have the time to just take a couple days and go through things. And yeah, I really just am blessed. I don't know how else to say it, but I just am so lucky. I'm so blessed. Obviously, I've worked for it to be in this position, but I'm still in this position, and it feels great, you know. So I'm proud of myself for that. I'm grateful for that, and yeah, I'm just gonna get back to work here this week and keep moving forward, bro. That is it. If y'all have any thoughts or feelings in the comments, let me know. And let me know what you guys do to deal with like low points. I'd be interested to hear. That's kind of what I do. Yeah. All right. I'll see y'all in another video, bro.